Crumbs from the Table of Joy by Lynn Nottage. A presentation by Aurora, the real arm of English language and literature. We conduct classes for Cambridge O-level students on English language and English literature. Contact us on 947656520074. You can email us on aurora.englishliterature@yahoo.com. Act 1, Scene 4. As the scene begins, there is a solid and striking contrast between Ermina, wearing a pristine white pinafore, and Lily, who is drunk and disheveled. Ermina's dress suggests the influence of whiteness as well as religion in the lives of Black people. Lily bumping into Ernestine's sewing mannequin, which is linked to Ernestine's dreams of completing her education, is symbolic of Lily's influence on Ernestine's perceptions of herself and the world she lives in. Lily's drunkenness, on the other hand, and her stories about dancing with handsome men indicate her carefree life and loose morals. This contrasts with the strict code of religious conduct enforced in the Crumbs household. As Godfrey enters, the romantic past between him and Lily flares into open discussion. Godfrey attempts to maintain decorum and tries to silence Lily on the topic. He disapproves of Lily's behavior. He doesn't want his daughters to be influenced by Lily's rebellious character and revolutionary thoughts. The scene hints that Godfrey and Lily have a romantic past. Godfrey is careful to stop Lily talking about their past in front of his daughters. Instead of speaking openly about their past, he changes the subject by asking her to join the peace mission. This shows his attempt to flee from his discomfort by thinking about religion and its power to change people's lives for better. Although their lives look much different from each other now, both Godfrey and Lily left the South in order to seek out better lives. And yet, they have gone down different paths that is difficult for them to find common ground, with Lily leading a progressive, free-thinking life, while Godfrey embraces religion. Lily often stays out late and comes home drunk. She also talks to Ernestine about the idea of equality, encouraging her to think critically about the race and gender dynamics that directly affects her life. Opinions Godfrey doesn't want Lily talking about, worrying that his family will be associated with communism. The drama is set in a period known as the Second Red Scare. Many activists seeking racial equality were blamed for being communists, and these accusations mainly were used as an effortless way to publicly disgrace such activists. Most Americans believed that members of the Communist Party were innately dangerous. Godfrey shares this outlook in the drama when he is careful not to be identified as a communist in his neighborhood. However, it is ironic since the peace mission movement was aligned with the Communist Party in the 1930s. The fact that Godfrey relaxes into Lily's kiss shows that he still has feelings for her, or perhaps that he is desperate for some kind of human connection. However, his devotion to religion and the peace mission movement keeps him from fully giving himself over to his desires, which is why he eventually pulls away and reorients himself by telling Lily to respect Father Divine as long as she is living in the apartment. In doing so, he essentially reminds Lily and himself of the unbending commitment he has made to religion. Even after trying to ground himself once again in his religious devotion, Godfrey cannot help but get lost in the idea of embracing Lily and her enticing lifestyle. For him, Lily represents the strong temptation to abandon his religious convictions. He ends up rushing out of the apartment, clearly recognizing that his desire for romance and pleasure is as strong as his determination to be pious and celibate. Act 1, Scene 5. Goethe. Goethe is a white lady from Germany who meets Godfrey on the New York City subway. When they meet, Godfrey is puzzled by his conflicting desires to welcome Lily's affection and stay true to his religious beliefs. Goethe has just arrived in the United States and asked for Godfrey's help guiding the subway system, asking if New Orleans is far away, a gesture that she is pretty foreign to the country. Godfrey thinks Goethe assumes he wants to flirt with her because she is white, which is why he tells her that he is not like those adventurous colored fellas, meaning that he wouldn't take the risk of courting a white woman in public, which could put him in danger of attracting racist aggression. Again, his earlier mention of the Scottsboro boys who were falsely accused of raping a white woman sheds light on his tendency to exercise caution when it comes to how he conducts himself in the racist context of American society. He understands it's all too easy to become the victim of racist hate. So he tries to keep his distance from any situation that might put him in danger. Thank you.